Here at the women's basketball coaching staff, Coach Pearson and Coach Freudenberg, thanks for joining me today. First off, congratulations on a big win against Augsburg on Monday night. It's been kind of a busy week for you guys, and you know, the grind of MIAC basketball is really kind of upon you right now.
Yep, it is full force playing. I think we're going to end up with what, like 8 or 9 games in 18 days or something like that. So I think our players like it because they like playing games more than practice. So.
Yeah, I don't think we've had a practice that isn't a pregame practice in like 3 weeks. So we're ready for one of those. I don't think the team is.
Does it make for a challenge? I mean, does it make it challenging, Coach, in terms of trying to prepare? Because you're right, it's not like you ever get a day where you can practice. It's always preparing for the next opponent.
I think in terms of preparing for a game, it's fine, you know, because we wouldn't spend that much time even if we had more days of practice. The nice thing about having an extra Monday or a Thursday without having to prepare for a game is we get to work on us a little bit more, and that's a challenge, you know, because we want to improve all the time. And right at this point, we're trying to find that balance each practice on working on improving things that we need to work on while still preparing for our next opponent. So that's a challenge right now.
You know, I know it doesn't win you any more games, but congratulations on being ranked in the D3Hoops.com national poll. You also were the top vote getter in the USA Today Sports Top 25 that was released on Tuesday. So congratulations to both of you and to your team. If you can, what does that mean to the St. Mary's program? Like I said, I know it doesn't win you any more games, but that's certainly a nice honor to have.
Yeah, you know, it's a very nice honor for our team, for our alumni that have graduated in the past couple of years, who worked their butts off to you know, change a culture and set the tone for what we're doing right now. It's a compliment to our players, but in the grand scheme of things, you know what's coming next. It's on paper right now, and our only goal, the only concern that everybody in our program has is that we improve every single day. That's our focus. You know, one pass at a time, one possession at a time, one day at a time.
And Jenna, can you talk a little bit, instead of asking Mandy all the time, talk about Monday's game against Augsburg. From a coaching perspective, you know, 54 points isn't a lot of points, but it's still a 3-point win.
It's a road game in the MIAC. I think our players understand that no team is going to, you know, give in or just roll over. We got that lead, and we went away a little bit in the second half from what was working in the first half, so that's something to work on for future games. But it was just one of those battles where they weren't going to let down, and our shots weren't dropping, and we just, like you said, we had to grind it out and find a way to make plays at the end of the game. And to our players' credit, they did that. So.
And Mandy, we've talked just about all season about how somebody different has stepped up in different situations, and really you've got to tip your cap to Courtney early. The last 2 games, 20-point performances, the last 2 contests. Is it just because that's what the opponent was giving you, or what all of a sudden with Courtney offensively, you know, had her perform like that?
A combination of things, you know. Our guards, so, you know, our 4s on the perimeter, were giving her the ball in a position to be successful. You know, they did a phenomenal job at the end of the game last night of getting it inside to her where she could get off a good look in the paint. So that's part of it. The other part is she's being more aggressive, which I love. You know, we've been trying to tell her that for a few years now, and she's become difficult to guard because she has multiple post moves. She can go either way. She can hit jumpers, and she's a good free throw shooter. So that's a strength of ours right now, is that we can go inside to her at any time. You know, and on top of that, she always is making defensive plays, and that's never in a stat book. And I think that's what people need to understand about her the most, is that she is a very solid basketball player on both ends of the floor and brings stuff, regardless if she is, you know, if she scores 20 points, great, good for her, you know, good for our team. But a lot of that's what she does that people don't see in terms of leadership and on defense and rebounding, box outs, etc.
Second half of the conference schedule begins on Wednesday. You've got Bethel here at St. Mary's, a great place for you guys to play. You're 6-0 at home this year. Obviously, the one team that's beaten you thus far this year. Talk about Wednesday's game against Bethel.
we just need to be smart and poised, you know, and we've been watching our first game and multiple games that they've been playing, and a few things that we just need to do a better job of is having a little bit more poise on offense. You know, we had a slow start against them in the first round, and then we put them at the free throw line 41 times. You know, I mean, they shot 41 free throws, maybe had 16 offensive rebounds.
Too many.
Too many. Plus our turnovers that game made it very, very difficult for us to ever regain that lead that we were very close to having. You know, so I think that we'll be stronger defensively. Our younger players have come a long ways, and we'll be poised on the offensive side of things as well. You know, if we can contain and just do the best job that we can, make them, you know, take contested shots, we'll be in a good position.
Kind of a weird question to ask you, Jenna, to close out, but you played Bethel the first time and they beat you. Are you a better team now than you were when you played them the first time?
Yeah, I think we have been improving all year, definitely. I think on top of that, the first time we played them, I don't know that we were MIAC battle tested. So you kind of went into that game and they came at us hard, and we kind of went on our heels to start the game, and we dug a little bit of a hole, and then we struggled getting out of it. I think the past few weeks have really prepared us to be ready to battle tomorrow. So I think, yeah, I think we'll be in a good position.
7:30 Wednesday night here at the St. Mary's Gym against Bethel. Good luck.
Thank you.